Alright, Shalom Akim's brother Brandon, welcome back here another one. Through the spring project about Yahawashi. First and foremost, let's give all praise and glory. We got to the Father and the Son. Alright. Double ourselves in apostle, we're great Muslim, rule the time of the truth, and a sincere citation we got to brethren pushing his word through truth and sincerity with life when we do so. Alright. The brother Brandon, welcome back here another one through the spring project about Yahawashi. And today, man, we're going to go into the topic of Jacob's trouble. Alright. And today thought I'll just do a sit down on this one. Alright. I was planning on going out, but it's pretty hot outside. pretty hot and humid. So I thought I would just still give the effort and do the sit down inside. Alright. So just to get into everything, man. Again, giving all praise and glory. Be unto the Father, Son, Yahawashi. And today, man, we're going into the topic of Jacob's trouble, man. Alright. You know, with that being said, with everything that's going on, okay, we obviously know about ICE, okay? We know about ICE and the situation that's going on with the Northern Kingdom, all right? And that's all prophecy, man, okay? These are the beginning stages of Jacob's trouble, okay? And with that being said, okay, you Jakes need to wake up at the fact that we're at the end, okay? We are at the end, man, all right? We are at the end, all right? And it's not going to be a marvelous thing that's coming soon, okay? All right? It's not going to be a marvelous thing that's coming soon, man, all right? So, man, just to jump into everything, I was going to read 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, all of it, but I thought I would just go precept upon precept and bounce around, okay? So, hopefully you guys are edified through the Spirit, and we're just going to jump right into it, man, all right? So, we're just going to jump right into 2nd Ezra, chapter 15. I believe we're going to jump right into read verses 6, and we'll just keep reading, man. All right, okay? So it says, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and the hurtful works are fulfilled. All right, the hurtful works is obviously the whole earth is wicked, man, okay? Esau Edom has done a great job at pushing his philosophy upon the earth, man, okay? And we understand that now, okay? These are the common basics that you guys need to understand, man, okay? And you know, whether you guys want to keep blaming Esau, Jake has their part to play in it too, okay? Jake is destroyed, but you know, at the end, man, prophecy has to take place, man, okay? And Jake, you're gonna be consumed, okay? You are going to be consumed, whether it's by the other nations or by the Lord, okay? Jake doesn't understand, man, okay? And we're at the end, okay? This is why everything's speeding up. The days are getting faster. The scriptures tell us this all the time, okay? The scriptures tell us this all the time, all right? So I'll keep breath me for 2 seconds. All right, the scriptures tell us this all the time. All right, it says, and the hurtful works are fulfilled. Okay, and that's obviously mainly the wicked, which is Esau Edom. Okay, now to get a precept for that. Okay, just before we jump into everything, we gotta understand, man, who the wicked are. Okay, all right, we know Jake is wicked, but the wicked, okay, is Esau Edom. And Esau, you're gonna be accounted for the wickedness that's upon the earth because you're ruling. You're behind the scenes pushing everything. Esau likes to, you know, put people's face on everything while he's in the back scene. He's pulling the strings, man. Okay, we're just the puppets. All right, he's pulling the strings. Okay, he's got his hand and everything. He's got his money and everything, and all these people are being paid off, man. Okay, to say certain things, to do certain things, to push certain agendas. Okay, everything is scripted, man. This whole place is scripted. Okay, it's all scripted. All right. 41. But yeah, man, all these things are scripted, okay? And we're coming into the times of Jacob's trouble, which is a major prophecy because a lot of Israelites are going to be consumed. The 2/3 are going to be consumed, okay? A lot of you are going to get drafted into war, okay? A lot of you are going to die from famine, plagues, pestilence, and the book of, that's what I was going to read, 2nd Ezra whole chapter, because it literally just goes into everything, okay? It will tell you everything, okay? But let's just jump into this, man. This is Job chapter 9 and verse 24. Okay, and just to understand who the wicked is, okay? The wicked is going to fully consume Jake, okay? And Jake is wicked as well, but the wicked are fully going to consume Jake. This is Job chapter 9 verse 24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So if it's not Esau, who is the wicked? Okay, you know, you have doctrines that came and gone, Esau's Japheth, all this nonsense. We know who the wicked is, man. We know who's pulling the strings, and even these Edomites, they're exposing, like, you know, you have these truthers. I've mentioned them before. You know, you have these truthers, but they're even there, okay? They're literally exposing the Amalekites at the top, which are the so-called Jewish people of today. Okay, you are Edomites. Okay, you guys are all related. Okay, and you guys have been pulling strings for far enough. Okay, and as Israel keeps pressing Iran, you're going to see more and more exposing going on, man. Okay, the Lord did say He's gonna lift up the skirts, man. Okay, so that shame is gonna cover them, man. You'll be like, oh, what the hell? And that's why they're coming for America. They're saying, America, help us. Da 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 da. That's what they've been doing the whole time. America's been sending billions of dollars. Okay, and America sold out to Israel, anyways. Okay, when you really go into it, America sold out to Israel. Okay, all right, they sold out to Israel. Okay. And I'd like to say capitalism, and that's why the way America is the way it is. That's why the economy is the way it is, because it's been fully consumed by capitalism, and capitalism's nothing but greed, man. That's why that shit's off. Okay, you have interests and taxes, and it's overdone. Okay, it's overdone to the point that it's becoming overbearing, and that's why these people are starting to rebel, man. Okay, so that leads me to the topic of Jacob's trouble, man. All right, so we're gonna keep reading that in the book of Ezra. Okay. Verse 7, it says, therefore, thus saith the Lord power. Verse 8, I will hold my tongue no more touching their wickedness. And the Lord speaking through his men, okay? Men like me and men that are out on the highways and hedges pushing that truth, okay? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Natives, and Indians are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, man, all right? And you guys need to wake up, okay? But we know all you're going to wake up. Only the elect, the 1/3, are going to be woken up, okay? And the precept to that is going to be Amos, man, okay? We know that, okay? All right? Jay keeps saying, oh, we're screwed, we need to leave, man. Yeah, you are screwed, okay? All right, you are screwed because you're still not listening to the Lord, man. Okay, and that's why you're going to be consumed. The Lord said the Lord's a consuming fire, man. Okay, the Lord has many ways to put you to death. The Lord has many ways to destroy you. Okay, it's not just through famine and pestilence. He's going to use Esau too. That's why they're cranking up, man. Okay, ISIS, and now they're going after the Southern Kingdom, man. Okay, don't be surprised at a lot of these events. Like, you know, you have a lot of these festivals and stuff. Okay, you have a lot of these festivals, and what are they doing at the festivals? They're turning up. Okay, don't be surprised if there's some agents and the government, literally government agents in there causing mayhem on purpose, and then they're gonna use that as a tactic to, oh, we're gonna shut down these festivals and we're gonna police them more so they can lock your ass up. Okay, they gotta lock your ass up. That's what they've been doing, and they have people in positions. We call them agent provocateurs, okay? And if you guys are familiar with this, you will search up George Soros. He's known for that, man. The BLM movement and all other movements, okay, been pushed by this man, funded by him, and you're gonna see it more and more. It's been exposed, man. Okay, it's been exposed. Okay, right? So it says, Amos chapter 9. It's locked here. Give me 1 second. Make sure I got it. All right, this is Amos chapter 9 verse 10. It says, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword. The sword comes in many forms, man. Okay, this is Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble's here, man. Okay, it's been here, but it's going to manifest even more. It's going to keep getting worse, and as the months go on, you're going to see it becoming worse, and more worse. Okay, you're going to see it becoming more and more worse. Okay, this shit is going to get amped, man. Okay, they're talking about they're getting military jets, filling them up, Slovakia, with the Northern Kingdom, the so-called Latinos, Natives, some New Indians. Okay, all through the tribes, man. Okay, and they're going out to the sea. Okay, into the ocean, and just rerouting. You already know what they're doing, man. They're dropping your ass off. Drop your ass off in the middle of the ocean, man. Left for dead, literally. Okay, they're not playing no more. Okay. And you think Trump's in office for a coincidence, man? No, he's gonna be the one to push this out. Okay. All right. It says, "All the my people shall die by the sword, which shall say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us." Right? The evil is not gonna fully overtake Jake because you have the elect that's gonna stand. Okay. You also gonna have the standard. Okay. You're gonna have the elect that's going to stand. Okay. So about 60% of Israel is going to be destroyed, man. Okay. That's over half. Okay, I think it was 66%. Okay, and about 30% was going to be saved. Okay, so it's all about the elect, man. It's always been about the elect. Okay, but we have to push that word so we get the blood off our hands. Okay, and you jakes aren't going to get it till it's too late, man. Realistically, you're not going to get it till it's too late. Okay, come on. All right. take the reaper. Right, verse 13, it says, behold, the day shall come, we're going to jump down to Amos, chapter 9, verse 13. Behold, the day shall come, saith the Lord power, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper, and the treader of the grapes, him that soweth seed, and the mountain shall drop sweet wine, and all the hills melt. Okay? Verse 14, and I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel, and they shall build the waste cities, and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards, and drink the wine thereof, and they shall also make gardens, and eat the fruit of them. Okay? So, that captivity, okay, we also know is going to be lifted. Okay? Alright? But first, we have to take those steps, man, which is going to be Jacob's trouble. Okay? So, let's finish up in 2nd Esdras. Okay? Because you Jakes don't get it, man. Alright? Jake's still up here wondering, you know, you're gonna try and stockpile food, you're gonna try and run away, you're gonna try and hide. The Lord's gonna get you, man. You cannot run from the Lord. It's really the Lord after you. Okay, he's just using Esau as a trope to get to you. Okay, and he's gonna use other things like elements, infirmities in the flesh, and he's going to destroy you, man, for being wicked. Okay, all right, this wicked and adulterous generation, like the Lord says. Okay, it says, I hold my tongue no more, touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things which they wickedly exercise themselves. I love that term. They exercise themselves in wickedness, man. So Jake is consistently exercising themselves in wickedness. They drowned in it, man. They love it. Okay? They love it. Jake loves wickedness, man. All right? Jake loves wickedness, man. All right? So, Jake, hey, man. This is where it is, man. Okay, we're at that point. Okay, and that's why you're seeing these things happening with ICE. Okay, mass deportations. I already seen it through the spirit. Okay, all the Akim seen it through the spirit. Once Trump got into office, we already knew what was gonna happen. He spoke about it before he came into office, man. Okay, all right. So the Lord's not holding his tongue no more concerning their wickedness, man. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, which are who? The Israelites, okay? Which is the elect. Overall, the whole nation of Israel has been complaining. They've been mourning, living in this place, working 2 to 3 jobs, being overtaxed, okay? We're still in captivity, man. Just because we don't have physical chains on our neck, and you know, we're in the fields, which we still in the fields. We work for corporations. We're enslaved to corporations. We're enslaved to capitalism. We're enslaved to jobs. Okay, we still have employers. Okay, an employer is an overseer. That means someone's over us. Okay, so if you think you're not in captivity, you can be a doctor or a lawyer. You still have an overseer. There's always someone above you. Okay, this is why you'll never be free here. This is not our rest. Okay. All right, innocent and righteous blood cried unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Even you have the Christians. Okay, you know. All right, we don't crack to them, but even the Christians, they're in the sense of, oh God, please, oh God, yeah, they're mourning. They don't know who to call to. Okay, all right, because they're still a loss. Verse 9, and therefore saith the Lord power, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto them all the innocent blood from among them. Verse 10, behold, my people are led as a flock to the slaughter. You're being led as a flock to the slaughter. Okay, all you people that still believe the American dream, you still believe in coming here and you know, living it up, trying to make business, those days are over, man. Those days are over. No more of that shit, man. Okay, all right. Don't you notice that Esau built that Alcatraz alligator prison? It's basically a concentration camp on native reservation. Okay, them natives gonna get caught up too. You natives, you think you're silent, you're over there, you know, sitting there and all that. Okay, you're basically Latinos as well. Okay, you're part of the Northern Kingdom as well. Gad, the tribe of Gad, the tribe of Simeon, you so-called Seminole Indians. Okay, Gad, you so-called Native Americans, and we already know the rest of the tribes, and Mexicans, Guatemalans, Peruvians, Ecuadorians. Okay, Argentinian, Chile, Dominicans. Okay, Puerto Ricans. Okay, all of you. And the Southern Kingdom isn't safe neither. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, or so-called Negroes, West Indian, and Haitians. Okay, because they're all of the tribes. You know where they are? They're all over there in California. Okay, they're over there in Florida. They're gonna come for you, man. Okay, and the World Cup is coming up too. So they're waiting, man. Okay, and they're hiring more military backgrounded individuals to come and deal with you now. Okay, we're at the end, man. This is not no more games, man. where you just because under the Biden administration, this was all a setup. They did all that to get you into the country. Okay, and I've always said, I don't think the wall is to prevent Jake from getting in, but from getting out. You're not going to be able to get out the country. They're going to literally just throw your ass in a concentration camp or put you on a plane and fly you out into the middle of the sea like they're doing right now and drop you off. Okay? So that demonization of Jake in general, Jake is all going to be grouped together. All of it. Okay? That's Jacob's trouble. Okay? It's in the name, Jacob's trouble. Okay? So let's keep going. It says, surely therefore, flock to the slaughter, I will suffer not them no more to dwell in the land of Egypt. We're in Egypt. This is Egypt reincarnated. America is Egypt in reincarnation. From the idolism to the doctrines to the worshiping, what they worship behind the scenes. Okay, to how the laws are. It's all reincarnated, guys. Okay, we are spiritually in Sodom and Gomorrah, Sodom and Egypt, like the scriptures tell us. Okay, this place is just reincarnated from the past empires. They're on the same type of time, enslaving Jake, destroying them, fighting, and they were doing the same thing. The Egyptians were doing the same thing. They had methods like trying to sterilize and kill Jake. They were doing the same thing. Okay, right? They were taking the women, keeping them as concubines, and what we're doing to the men, they were killing the men. At one point, Jake was literally on the brink of extinction. Like, that's how crazy this shit got, man. Okay? And that's exactly what it's going to be in these last days, man. You're going to be like you've never seen nobody. Okay? Alright? It says, behold, my people are verse 11, it says, but I will bring them into the mighty hand and stretch out my arm and smite Egypt with the plagues thereof. So after Jacob's trouble, this place is going to be smitten with plagues. And even during Jacob's trouble. Okay, those plagues are going to keep manifesting. They're already talking about a second lockdown and shit. You already know if that shit's going to happen, man. Okay? You know it's coming, man. Okay? These people are all slow. They're slow, man. They want to... They're over there celebrating July 4th. Like, they ain't got... they just ain't paid their rent a couple of days ago. Okay? Like, they ain't got work the next day. Like, all this shit, man. Okay? It's all vanity and folly, man. This place is vanity and folly. And that's why this place is a distraction. It's a big distraction, man. Okay, if you're not aware, you know, you're just gonna get lost in the sauce, man. That's really what it is. You're getting lost in the sauce out here. Okay, all right. It says, verse 12, Egypt shall mourn, the foundation of it shall be smitten. The foundation of any country is their government. So the governments are all suffering. They're purposely breaking it down. We know that, but they're still gonna suffer. These governments are going to suffer. Okay, and they're moving into the next stages, into what they call the New World Order. Okay, all right. So again, Egypt shall be smitten. The foundation of it shall be smitten. So you guys understand what that is already. Okay, the foundation of anything, of a country, Salakia. Okay, is its government, its economy. And I've been even in the camps, man. Go back and watch my videos. Okay, I break this down all the time. Okay, all these countries that's beefing with each other, they do it on an economic basis first. That's what starts wars, man. You start playing with countries' monies, and you know, you start bombing them and shit. Man, it's war. Okay, that's another topic, is World War III. Okay, that one's brewing on the topic too. That one's booming as well. World War III and Jacob's trouble. Those are two hot topics right now in Israel, man. Okay, it says, they shall be smitten, and the plague, with the plague and the punishment of Yahawah shall bring upon it. So God, okay, I'll read it verbatim. All right, so you guys, aren't confused. With the plague and the punishment that God shall bring upon it. God is gonna bring punishment upon the world, man, and that's why you see Jake only catching hell, mainly hell right now. You know, you have them other countries and shit, but they're irrelevant, man. Jake is gonna catch hell. You don't see in the other countries they have ICE foundations and programs deporting people. They don't give a shit, man. Okay, they're already a third world country. They got bigger problems to deal with. Okay, so this is, hey man, this shit's over with, man. Okay, the fun time and stuff. That's why everything you do now is kind of bland, because we're going into those times, man. People are more broke than ever. People are worried about what they're gonna eat. They're worried about what they're gonna eat, how they're gonna pay that bill. They gotta sacrifice certain things, man. We're in those times, guys. Times are getting harder and harder and harder. Okay, right? It says, hopefully you guys can hear me too. Hope it's not being covered. All right. Right? We'll finish up in this, and then we'll just grab those precepts. Okay. It says, and they shall till the ground and mourn their seeds. Okay, shall fail for their seeds, and the seeds shall fail. through the blasting of hail, right? So man, there's gonna be famines, man. Okay, there's gonna be famines, man. Okay, this is directly going to affect Jake first because the Lord's cleaning house. Those 2/3 are gonna go, man. Those 2/3 are gonna go. And you're gonna start to see a lot of other nations in the country. They're gonna start to feel it too. Okay, Jake is always the first one, man. No matter what time period in America. Okay, Jake is always the first to feel it. Jake catches it every single time. That's the Lord, man. Something's gotta give. You know, like, this isn't a coincidence no more. The hatred isn't a coincidence no more. These other nations, the way they hate us, it's not a coincidence no more. You guys should be able to come to that understanding and understand why these things are coming to pass. Okay? It's all prophecy, man. The Lord ordained everything, man. He ordained America to be founded. He ordained Esau's pride to be at where it's at. Okay? He ordained Jake to go off. He ordained everything. The Lord ordained everything, man. It's one big movie, man. We're in a bad dream. Okay? So, Khan, we'll get off that and we're going to jump right in. Okay? So, Khan, we're going to grab Jeremiah chapter 11, verse 11. Okay? This is why everything is the way it is. And in the next couple months, I wouldn't be surprised, man. This shit's gonna ramp up crazy. Okay? They were already on the northern kingdom. Now they're starting to go on the southern kingdom. They're starting with Levi. Next thing you know, it's gonna be Benjamin and Simeon and Ephraim in New York. Okay? Just wait, man. You just wait and see. They're over there deleting people's citizenships. Okay, like, this is the shit you're gonna deal with, man. This is that hammer the Lord was talking about. He's gonna bring down. Esau's gonna bring down that hammer. This is exactly what it is. Okay, Jeremiah chapter 11 and verse 11. Therefore, thus to go with power, behold, I'll bring evil upon them. Okay, and that evil is Esau. Okay, because Esau works for the left-hand side, the same way how we work for the right-hand side. We're over here, you know, doing the videos. We're going on the highways and hedges and teaching. We work for the Lord on the right-hand side. Esau works on the left-hand side. Okay? It's called balance. The Lord deals with balance and order. That's how the Lord operates. Okay? Shall not be able to escape, which they should not be able to escape. So it don't matter where, you know, you have Americans going to New Mexico. Like, you have actually Americans. I actually did a video on this. A lot of Americans are going to Mexico to avoid all that shit. Okay? And they're actually effing up the economy over there. The Mexicans are really complaining, like, oh, they're coming over here, they're getting discounts, they're not paying nothing, they're buying up yeah. Go Google. Go on Google it, go Google, YouTube it, okay? It's all on there, man. And I literally did a video and I pulled up the video of it. The Mexicans were complaining, okay? Which are the tribe of Issachar, okay? Complaining. Why the Americans, and I did the videos on how a lot of Americans are just up and leaving America. They're not selling their house, they're not selling their car, they're literally just vanishing out of thin air. Okay? Vanishing. Okay? And they're literally leaving with they have massive amounts of debt, they're tired of living, okay? And they just go to Europe or wherever the hell. Okay? But that's not gonna save you. And if you jigs think you're gonna do that, it ain't gonna save you neither. Okay? The wickedness that has been polluted upon the earth is going to be visited and corrected by the Lord, no matter where you are on earth. Okay? You can go to another country, you can go in a cave, you can go underwater, you can try and go to space. It don't matter. The Lord is going to get you, man. You cannot escape the Lord's hand, man. Okay? Verse 12, it says, then shall the cities of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem go and cry unto their gods, whom they offer incense. Right? Okay? Because Jake loves idols, man. Jake be playing with the left-hand side, thinking they're physicians and shit. Magicians and physicians. A lot of you Jakes are warlocks and witches, man. Okay? You don't even know it. Okay? A lot of these Jakes out here are witches and warlocks, man. Okay? What you're practicing. You worship money. Especially these damn women, man. Alright? These women. I need a man that makes this, that. Man, you're gonna... especially women, man. That's a separate topic. I ain't even gonna go in on these women, man. Okay? That's a whole nother topic, okay? But all of Israel's gonna catch it, man, okay? All of Israel, okay? You're not gonna be able to escape, man. All those idol worshiping, especially these goddamn celebrities. You, Jake, loves these celebrities, man, okay? You love these celebrities. These celebrities are gonna catch you the worst, man, okay? Because they have a lot of blood on their hand, man. And behind the scenes, they're doing fucking rituals and shit. You know, they're doing rituals. They're doing rituals and all that to make you listen to the music more, get more sales, make money off it, man. all this shit's gonna come to a stop, man. Okay, all of it. All right. That's part of the gods, man, that you guys like so much, is these celebrities, the money. That's all America promotes, is the flesh, man. Everything is the flesh, man. The flesh, the flesh. Okay, the flesh, the flesh, the flesh. Satisfy the flesh. Nothing to satisfy the spirit, man. And that's why this is the valley of the dry bones, man. We're in the valley of dry bones right now. Jake is physically walking, but they're spiritually dead, man. Okay? But they shall not save them at all in the time of their trouble, right? So, in those times when you're in your deathbed, okay, when Esau finally got your ass, you're going to be crying unto God. That's when you're going to start to call on the Lord. And the Lord ain't going to hear your prayers, man. The Lord ain't going to give a damn. Alright? Verse 13, for according to the number of the cities were thy gods, O Judah, and according to the number of the streets of Jerusalem, have ye set up altars to that shameful thing, even the altars to burn incense unto Baal, which is a very common god in today's practices, man. They're still doing that shit. They still worship Baal, okay, or Baal. Verse 14, therefore pray not for this people, right? We're not praying for you 2/3, man. We're doing the praying already. Basically, we're trying to give you this truth. And Jake be the main one going up to the camp causing mischief, man. Literally the video I'm watching right now. Okay? Jake be the main ones, man. Them Jake Christians and yo, man. The judgment that's coming, man, it's gonna be grievous. The worst judgment we've ever seen. Worse than when them Edomites came to America. Okay? Worse than Egypt. Worse than Rome, the Roman siege. All of those things in history gonna be way worse, man. Worse than the flood, man. Okay? The amount of judgment that's going to be, it's just covering the whole earth, man, is going to be astronomical, man. Okay? Pray not at all for this people. The Lord said this. The Lord said, pray not for this people. He's talking about his people, the Israelites. Pray not at all for this people, neither lift up a cry or prayer for them, for I will not hear them. The Lord's not hearing you, man. If you ain't listening right now, because really and truly the grace of those doors of grace is closing. It's closing, man. The doors of grace is closing, man. The Lord is going to close those doors, man. Okay? Those doors are going to close. It's wraps, man. It's slowly closing. Even you see them in these people. A lot of these people are not merciful no more. Like how they used to be. They used to give the homeless $1. They don't do that shit no more, man. Because the mercy is leaving. And matter of fact, I'll grab a precept, okay? Because the love of many is waxing cold, okay? Even Esau, when you give them little handouts and Section 8, all of it's coming to an end, okay? All right? It's coming to an end, man. Give me 1 second. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 12. This is because of the and because of the iniquity shall because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. We already know iniquity is sin, so the sin is at an all-time high. That's why there's no love, guys. Okay, there's no love. Okay, there's no love, none. That's why the world is cold. People don't care no more, man. People kill each other for fun now. They kill each other to think they're tough now. That's why you have these certain things going on upon the earth, man. All across, man. People think America hoods is bad. Go to Europe, man. Go to Asia. You haven't even seen nothing yet. These prisons in America is nothing, man. Okay, nothing compared to what's over. Go watch some YouTube videos of that guy. The guy who goes to the prisons and stuff, and he stays in there for like a week and shit. And he interviews them, and he sleeps around, and he lives that life, and he shows you what it is. Okay, and that too. A lot of these prisoners, they're gonna be out roaming the streets, man. When Jacob's trouble happens, okay, they're gonna be released. You think who's gonna watch the prisons in those times, man? Who's gonna watch those prisons? You think those prison guards are gonna sit there and watch 1,500 inmates, 5,000 inmates in one fucking prison? Okay, pardon my French, man. I'm in the spirit. Okay. All right. Who do you think's gonna watch those freaking prisons, man? All right. It ain't gonna be the guards. They're gonna be roaming the streets, the murderers, them serial, and they've been locked up for how long? And they haven't seen a woman. You do the math, man. This is what the Lord talked about, man. The wickedness is gonna come. Those men are gonna be in the spirit, straight death angel spirit, man, wreaking havoc. They've been locked up for a long time. Okay. The love of many shall wax cold. Do you hear that? The love of many is gonna wax cold. Verse 13. But he that endures to the end, the same shall be saved. And that's what we're doing. That's why we do these videos. That's why we go on and teach. And when the cameras are off, we're doing the work still, man. We're keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability. Okay? Alright? For I will not hear them in the time that they cry unto me for their trouble. So that trouble is coming, man. That trouble is coming. Alright? That trouble is coming. The Lord's not going to hear your cries in those times. Okay? He's not going to hear those cries, man. You already know when people, God, God. The Lord's not hearing that, man. You're going to be in agony and pain. You're going to see your kids. Yeah, man. You already know what it is, man. Let's keep it low PG-13. But you know what it is. Alright? Luke chapter 21 and verse 10. Then he said unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. This is in red. This is what Yahawashi said. Okay? Nation rising against nation and kingdom against kingdom, okay, is the whole world. This is why people are picking, nations are picking sides. Okay? And it's going to trickle on down to the people, and that's why you have civil wars coming to America. You see the ICE and all that? Jake's going to start killing those ICE agents, man. Seriously. Okay? And wait till Judah rouses up, man. Scriptures tell you, when Judah rouses up, all the children are going to rouse up. Because when Judah gets, that's why Judah is the most laid back. They're the most cooked right now. They're in the back. Oh yeah, let Issachar get destroyed. Once you start getting destroyed, you're gonna band together. That's what's gonna happen, man. Okay? Because that's what's gonna start to happen. You know, those ice agents are moving cruel and shit. But once Jake starts getting more wind, that they're flying out to the waters and dropping Jake off in the water, it's over, man. It's over. Jake's gonna get roused up, man. Okay? We're in verse 10. Verse 11. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places. That's why you have Mount Small's flood. Literally in Texas right now. Freaking floods, man. The floods as tall as the damn house, man. Okay? We're at the end, man. That's why so much shit's going on at once. Okay? You have natural disasters. You have troubles among the people. Governments are going against each other. The people are dropping out the dollar. You have consistently every day World War III being talked about. Man, we're at the end, man. This is the end. Earth shall be in diverse places. So, okay. And famines and pestilence and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. That's, again, the sign from heaven. Okay? Alright? Tsunamis in weird places. Earthquakes in weird places. It's hot in odd places that it's never hot. It's cold in odd places it's not. This is abnormal behavior, man. And you add on to the fact that everything that's going among the people, we're at the end. Alright? Verse 12. But before all these things, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues. And that's literally what's happening with the 2/3. Okay? That's what's literally happening to 2/3 right now. But it's mainly going to happen to the men of the Lord. Okay? Because we're going to get caught up in this, man. Okay? The 2/3 are literally they're getting caught up right now. The Northern Kingdom is the start, man. And the Northern Kingdom is all... There are how many tribes out of 12 tribes, man? Like, be for real. So Northern Kingdom's getting cooked. Alright? Next is the Southern Kingdom. And you guys would think these heathens can get untouched. They're not. They're gonna get caught up in that shit too. Okay? Because apparently ICE is going after them Asians too. And there's Jakes among them as well. Alright? Yo, man, this shit's crazy, man. Okay? And persecute you, okay? This persecute part is for us, delivering up to the synagogues, which is us, and into the prisons. All right, they're gonna put the men of the Lord in concentration camp, just like they did to Paul, chained them up and all that. Okay, I believe it was Paul and Silas. Okay, got chained up. Okay, getting ready to get fed to lions, man. That's what happened to the prophets, man. That's what they had to deal with, and that spirit's coming back because before, like, we have it easy, man. We can, do a video, upload on the internet, and go about our day. But the prophets of old, man, they literally could not teach. They were not allowed. They get spit on, spat. People try to literally kill them on the spot for trying to teach the word, man. That spirit is still here today, guys. All right, being brought before the kings and rulers for my name's sake. All right, why? Because we have a testimony. The testimony is the Lord's word, and shall turn to you for testimony. Settle it therefore in your hearts, which is the word heart means lab, okay, which means your mind, okay. Your heart is your mind. That's what it actually is. Not your physical heart pumping, but your mind. So when the Lord says the mind is corrupt above all things, it means your spirit, man. Your mind is your spirit. Okay, your mind is your spirit, guys. All right. Not to meditate before what ye shall answer. So we're not gonna be up there. Oh, I'm gonna write it down. No, the spirit's just gonna be honest, man. Do you see how the spirit's always honest? We want to keep the commandment. That's how it's gonna work. We're gonna just have the spirit on us, man. Oh shit, we got captured. We're praying. Whatever, and the Lord might deliver you. The Lord might just have you be a martyr. The Lord might have you delivered. You might get spiritual power. Who knows? We don't know how that's gonna go, but we know what's coming, man. All right. Just want to make sure I get everything before we wrap it up. All right. Let's probably close on our Romans. All right. Let's have to do an inside lesson today, man. All right. Even that, man. Shit's too hot, man. Too hot outside. Abnormal ass weather, man. One day it's hot. It can be hot 3 weeks, and the next minute it's just ice cold, man. Like, shit's weird, man. It's all in the end, man. We're all in the end, so it don't even matter at this point, man. We're ready to go home. We're ready for those new bodies to be changed, man. Okay. That's what Jake don't understand. Jake don't want to see these blessings more for us, man. Okay. We're gonna have that covered in those times, man. While Jake is getting consumed. Romans chapter 8 and verse 34. Who is he that commendeth? It is a Mashiach that died. Yea, rather that is risen again. Who is even the right hand of Yahawah, who maketh insurrections for us. Verse 35. Who shall separate us from the love of Mashiach? So this is the tribulation that's coming, man. Okay, because Jacob's trouble is going to affect us too. Just because we have the word don't mean nothing. We're going to get caught up in this too. Shall tribulation, or distress, or persecution, or famine, or nakedness, or peril, or a sword? Verse 36, as is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. And that's why we're in captivity, guys. When you're in captivity, you ain't got no rule, man. You ain't got no rule. You can't rule over nothing. Okay, you're not going to rule over nothing. You're not going to, be free. There's no freedom here. Okay, even these celebrities, they're controlled. They have handlers. They have millions of dollars and still have handlers. Okay, like, come on, man. Like, this shit is not for us, man. Okay, you Jakes just can't realize it. You think getting rich and selling out is the way, man. You're gonna be destroyed, man. You're gonna go down right with this place. The Lord said, those that are joined onto this place, man, you're gonna be destroyed. Okay. Nay, all these things that we are more than conquerors through him that loved us. Verse 38. For I am persuaded that neither in life or death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come. So we know it's to come and we know it's present. Okay? And there's going to be spiritual powers against us as well, because Esau's on the left-hand side. You don't think Esau's conjuring up demons? He has certain portals. He's doing all that, man. Esau is as much in the spirit as we are. He knows. He just can't understand the word. So that's why he's on the left-hand side. Esau's the biggest warlock in the world. Biggest warlock. Biggest witches and warlocks in the world. Those elites are the biggest witches and warlocks. They do grand sacrifices. That's why you see 200 people die on a plane. That's just not a coincidence, man. Okay? That's a sacrifice. Literally, man. That's what they be doing. Okay? You see things with Travis Scott, how those people died in the concert. Those are not coincidences, man. The biggest witches and warlocks are those Amalekites, those top Jewish people, man. They be doing that shit. Okay? They're in tune with the spirit too. They know who the true men are. They know. That's why they take down the videos. They want to delete. They literally say it all the time. They want to take down the internet. They literally said the internet's the worst mistake they've ever created. Because all this truth is out. You can't control it. They can't control it no more. That's why they just want to off everything. All right. Nor height, nor depth, nor any creature shall be able to separate us from the love of a Mashiach, which is in our Lord, which is in a Mashiach Yahawashi, aka Christ Jesus, our Lord. Okay. All right, so nothing's gonna be able to separate us from that. At least us, the 2/3, man. They're not gonna be saved on this side. They have to know. There's literally, you know what? Let's close on that. You should know it after death by pain. You're gonna know the truth after death by pain, man. By pain, man. Second Ezra chapter 9 and verse 12. It says the same must know it. The same shall know it after death by pain. Verse 13. Therefore be thou curious. Be thou curious of how the ungodly shall be punished. You 2/3 are ungodly. That's why you're going to be destroyed, man. You think if Jake all was awake and man, we'd be home by now. We'd be ruling. We'd be golden streets, decked out in gold and silver. Yo, we'd be ruling over these nations, man. But it's not. The 2/3 have to go. All right, shall be punished, and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose world is and whom the world is created. The world is created for the righteous, okay, not the wicked. That's how you know they're not supposed to be ruling, because all this shit that's going on, they're blowing up kids, blowing up people's home. People are just going about their day, blowing up. You're not supposed to do that, man. That's off. No one's going to people's lands and start demanding shit, stealing their resources. That's wicked, man. And that's why when these heathens, when we rule over them, and with the righteous iron, with that righteous rod, they're gonna like it, because they're gonna, oh, this shit, it's good. You know, they're gonna be like, it's good. Okay, they're gonna like it. Okay, because it's righteous. Okay, the reason why everyone's all wicked is because it's the spirit that's on the earth currently, man. You read it in Job chapter 9, verse 24. Okay, so with that, man, I'm gonna give all praise on good and Son, Father, and Son, Yahawashi. I hope you guys are edified to the spirit and power of Yahawashi. Again, double on cells and apostle of your millstone, rule well and tell me this truth, and it's sincere salutation of the brethren. I hope you guys are edified. Until next month, I'm gonna say shalom.